everyone, it is Pamela Ferguson, and today we are talking about how to pay off student loans. Now that is the big question, isn't it? You've gone to school, maybe even grad school, and you have all of these student loans that you did not foresee. And maybe there was a lag time, a deferral period, where you don't have to make any payments. It's amazing, it's wonderful. However, once those payments start coming due, how in the heck do you pay them off? Do you want to live with student loans for 20 years, 30 years, for the rest of your life? I would say, no, you don't. You don't want to live with. How do you go about chipping away at those loans so they no longer exist? I have a personal experience of being in $200,000 in debt, where a family member decided to have a change in career midlife and go back to school, and so we had $200,000 in debt. So I'm just going to tell you today about the tools that I use to wipe away these loans, I should say. My experience in my own personal life is that we had 21 student loans. 21, yes, 21. No exaggeration. So the first thing I did is I put them all in a spreadsheet. I am the spreadsheet queen. Excel is my friend. And I listed them by 3 things that I needed to be there. Well, their due date, I guess, so 4. So the amount, the interest rate, and the monthly payment. So the first thing I did is say, okay, if I calculate all of these 21 loans, what is my minimum payment due? I don't remember at the time what it was, but some of them are lower payments per month. So it could be like $15 a month, $25 a month. Some are more, like $215 a month. Anyway, so you total all of those amounts, and let's say, just for easy numbers, it's $200, right? Hopefully you don't have 21, but let's say just for easy numbers, it's $200. Okay, so that's your minimum payment. So your goal is to obviously pay more than $200 on these loans. You have to make the minimum payment on everything, and then any additional money you have to go to try to pay down these loans. Do you say, okay, well, I've got an extra $200, so you have $400 total, let's say, and I want to pay down these student loans? Do you say, okay, well, I've got 10 loans and I'm just going to split the extra amongst all them? Very bad choice. Do not choose that. This instead is what you're going to do. Okay, with your list, you're going to rank them. Lowest interest rate at the top, highest interest rate at the bottom. Now, within that range, if you are looking at some loans and some, you have more than one at the same interest rate, you're gonna rank them the lower balance higher. So let's say you have one loan for $14,000, another loan for $6,000, and they're both at 6%, for example. The one with the lower balance is going to rank above the one with the higher balance. And then, but also if you have interest rates that are very close to each other, maybe one is 4.79 and another's 5. I also want you to pay close attention to those balances. Is the one with the lower interest rate quite a bit higher than the one with the lower interest rate? If it is, if it's like a huge difference, I would swap those and put the one with the lower amount due above the one that has the lower interest rate, student loans. Next, what do? You say, okay, I'm gonna pay the minimum balance. In our example, it was $200. And then every extra penny I have, I'm going to take it and apply it to the very first loan. None of the others, the minimum on everything, the first loan. And so every month, minimum, pay extra. And you're obviously reducing your principal, and until that one is paid off. Once that one is paid off, you laser focus on the second one. Now keep in mind, when you had all of them, if your payment was $200 a month, and then your extra went to the top one, you still have to have it in your mind, my payment's $200 a month. So you have to still mentally think that that money's gone. I can't do anything with it. I'm paying that. But now that you don't have that loan, maybe your due payment is only 180 because that loan doesn't exist anymore. So now instead of 200 plus any extra, you've got 180 plus any extra. So you pay all the minimums on the lower one. The next one, you laser focus. Everything extra, any bonus you get, any sort of promotion you get, everything on that loan. And you just go step by step by step. And you can see how over time, and again, it's not going to be an instant fix. Our $200,000 in debt took us 5 years, and I was super laser focused and, you know, would look at my spreadsheet probably more frequently than I should have, and to pay that down, because my goal, well, first of all, I am not somebody who feels comfortable carrying any debt whatsoever. And it was very uncomfortable to have such a large amount of debt for me. But it doesn't matter if your debt is $200,000 or if it's $20,000, and you can do this same principle with credit cards as well. So if you have just come out with a ton of debt, actually you're on the best benefit. If your loans have not come due yet, you need to start doing this immediately. I know you've got a new apartment and maybe got a new car because you've got a new job and you have work clothes and all those things. I get it. If you could start paying during your deferment time, you're ahead of the game because you are not accruing. So, you know, your payments aren't due. You may still be accruing interest. So that's very important to know as well. But if you have any questions about this on how I paid $200,000 of debt in 5 years, please reach out to me and ask me, and have a great day. And I hope you learned something. See you next time. Bye.